Hello everyone, welcome to my class Eureka. Hope you all are doing well and are keeping safe at home. Our topic for today would be word problems on multiplication, the way we need to write down the statements, identify the operation, and everything that deals with word problems we are going to discuss today. Whenever we are actually solving word problems, there are certain things we need to remember and we need to work according to that. The first thing is read the sum carefully. Any kind of a word problem or a story sum, as many call it as, we need to read the sum carefully. The second thing is we need to understand what is asked. If we read the sum properly, we will be able to comprehend the sum properly or understand the sum properly. Figure out the items related to the sum. Then choose the correct operation. And at last, write down precise statements to close up on the summary part. So, all these five basic features are required to solve any sort of word problem. But today we are going to deal with word problems or story sums on multiplication. So let's go to the first example, rather the first sum, which says in a library there are 4,378 books. How many books can be there in 23 such libraries? So if you read the question properly, in a library there are 4,378 books. How many books can be there in 23 such libraries? So let's now understand the sum, or rather comprehend the sum properly. If we make a table, the items that are required over here or are given in this particular sum are library and books. And if we break down the numbers, or we jot down the numbers or note down the numbers according to the items, one library has 4,378 books. So 23 libraries will have how many books? This is how we need to actually break it up according to the requirement of the sum, the items that are required, and we need to write down the numbers just below the items so that it gives us a clear picture as to what is given to us and what is required for us to find out. So after we have read the sum, understood the sum, we understand that from 1 to many, it is always a multiplication operation that we need to do in this particular sum. We need to multiply. The operation would be multiplication. Now, one library will have 4,378 books. Two libraries will have 4,378 plus another 4,378. Three libraries will have 4,378 plus another 4,378, and it goes on. The addition goes on. So, repeated addition is also called multiplication. So if you look at the solution, this is how we need to write down the statement. Number of books in one library, 4,378. Therefore, number of books in 23 libraries is 23 into 4,378. It's rather, a cross multiplication over here also. So 23 gets multiplied by 4,378. That's a diagonal multiplication, and we get the answer. And at last, once we do the multiplication in a working column somewhere else, we write down the answer as there are 1,694 books in 23 such libraries. Hope you understood this particular problem. I'm going to say the solution. Let's take one more example. Sum number 2. The cost of one television is rupees 35,450. What will be the cost of 75 such televisions? So again, if we look at the solution, the cost of one television was given to us, and we need to find out the cost of 75 televisions. I actually have found out a shortcut to remember, and the shortcut is somewhere like MOD or OMM. MOD means many to one is always a division, one to many is always a multiplication. So OMM I remember, and you also can remember this. And if it is many to one, that is MO, it is always a division. So MOD and OMM. One to many is always multiplication, many to one is always division. So in this particular sum, cost of one television is rupees 35,450. Therefore, the cost of 75 televisions would be 75 into 35,450. We do the working somewhere else and we get the answer. And at last, we write down the answer as the cost of 75 televisions is rupees 26,58,750. Hope this one is also clear to you. Let's move on to another example. A man saves rupees 3,050 in a month. How much does he save in 6 years? Over here, if you look at the solution, the amount of savings is given in month, but we have to calculate it for 6 years. So how do we write down the statement? Amount saved in 1 month equal to rupees 3,050. We have to first convert 6 years into months, since 1 year is equal to 12 months. So 6 into 12, 72 months. Therefore, amount saved in 72 months is equal to 72 into 3,050. And we find out the answer after we do the working in the working area. And at last, we write down the answer statement. The man saved rupees 2,19,600 in 6 years. The next example, a box has 25 chocolates. How many chocolates are there in 315 such boxes? So you look at the solution, number of chocolates in one box. Therefore, number of chocolates in 315 boxes will be 315 into 25, and we get the value and we write down the answer. There are 7,875 chocolates in 315 boxes. This is an interesting one. Find the product of the greatest 4-digit number and the smallest 3-digit number. So what do? Is we first write down the greatest 4-digit number, that is 9,999, and the smallest 3-digit number is 100. And product means multiplication, sum means addition, difference means subtraction, product means multiplication, and once we do the multiplication by any number such as 10, the powers of 10, 10, 100, 1,000, 10,000, we just need to add the number of zeros beside the number that we are multiplying with. In this case, 9,999 multiplied by 100. We just write down 9,999, and beside that we just add 2 zeros. So this is what the answer is. One more example, a milkman sells 32 liters of milk in a day. How much milk does he sell in a year? So in this case, we write down, look at the statement, it starts with quantity. Try to avoid writing your statements with units, liters of milk or rupees he had. No, it should be, your statement should either start with if it is something which you can't count, it should be quantity or weight or cost or price or number. So we are not supposed to use units when we are actually writing down the statements of a particular word problem. So in this case, quantity of milk sold in 1 day, therefore quantity of milk sold in 365 days is 365 into 32, and you get the answer. The milkman sells 11,680 liters of milk in a year. Hope this is clear to you all. So this is an homework for you. A train carries 876 passengers in a day. How many passengers did it carry in the month of June? So please be very careful in the month of June. So you need to actually understand what do you mean by month of June. June has 30 days. If I would have said July, then July had 31 days. So obviously, if 1 day increases, the number of passengers will also increase. But over here, it's month of June. So hope you're going to solve this problem without any hassle. And I know you all can do it very well. Hope you enjoyed the session today and understood how to solve word problems or story sums on multiplication, and how to write down the statements for each and every sum that you get. Keep watching my videos, my classes, and thank you for watching Eureka. Enjoy your day.